Carnegie Mellon is a very special place to study chemistry because you're not just seeing the molecules being built or participating in that aspect, but you can actually very easily see how it's translated. So for me, I got to build the molecules that worked in biology. I actually got to do some pretty amazing projects that had to do with NASA and sensors and testing for various biological components. Other aspects are to work with engineers, material scientists. So you're not just building the molecules or learning how to build the molecules, but you can quickly see how they translate to many different spheres of science. 3 aspects of CMU that I truly know were pivotal for me was, first, the professors. Every single professor knew by name. I could go to them at any time, ask them for advice, whether it be for career or for class, and have a really nice conversation. Even now when I come back and visit, many of them are here. So it's so nice to be recognized by name, not just, oh, I think you were in my class. That personalization of it is awesome. And it also gave me the skills to know how to talk to someone with respect who is older to you and more experienced than you, which is something I carried even beyond being at the university. The second is utilizing the alumni network. It wasn't as strong when I was there, but it has become really strong, and I've been able to engage in that way, not just on campus when I come back, but also through advocacy for students where I live now. Welcoming new students and giving them kind of an inside scoop on what's cool about CMU. And the other final kind of big piece of it was to interact with anyone. At CMU, you're interacting with all sorts of bright people, and they all come with their unique, idiosyncrasies. So having that interaction and being able to be welcoming and still see them for what they are and see them for the value that they bring to this campus has definitely been a value that I've carried with me since leaving. Every undergraduate in chemistry must pursue doing undergraduate research. That's a huge benefit of being at Carnegie Mellon. They have research labs everywhere, and professors, because they're so welcoming and receptive to hearing ideas from just about anybody, they're very willing to hear from a student. And it might be hard. You have to show integrity and commitment to the lab, but that experience is invaluable. You may never have to leave campus to get some deep research skills before even going to graduate school. And that'll be an asset for whether you go to graduate school or into any lab at a pharmaceutical company or an industry lab. But certainly you'll be well prepared if you do that at CMU. I have been able to use my PhD in many ways. And while I originally thought I was going to be a professor, that turned out not to be the only path, which I didn't necessarily know when I was pursuing the PhD, but as I went through the process of not just getting the PhD, but going to a career center and asking advice, I found out that I could be a consultant. And I did become a consultant at some point in my trajectory. But something that was very influential to me is how much PhDs do actually in public policy. And so that's currently what I'm working the most in, is in government, actually working on policy, evidence-based policy, for example, for what kind of research do we want to fund? What kind of chemistry is new and valuable, whether it be for semiconductors, material science, and even how artificial intelligence is going to change the way we do chemistry for pharmaceutical science, for example. PhDs have great value, not just to become a professor, certainly whether it's in the patenting or intellectual property space or in public policy. There's actually a couple of MDs in Congress, there's vets in Congress, and you should have PhDs in Congress too. So I hope that's inspiration for more people to pursue a PhD, because it's not just a professor's path. There's so many others.
See, there was anything